Buongiorno e benvenuti. Welcome to Art Yoga Pills with me, your host, Dinny. In this space we will connect and share together about creativity, inner child and self-awareness. Siete pronti? Enjoy! Ciao a tutti, kia ora, and welcome to a new episode of Art Yoga Pills. In this occasion today is Giulia's pleasure to narrate to you our journey, tracing back from the time when we started this project with more intensity and more willingness to support one another and our community. In this occasion today we are talking about our first experience with lockdown. In this occasion for this episode, it will be from Giulia's point of view, how the experience was for her when New Zealand decided to put very strict restriction on this country, which I guess was one of the latest country that was hit by this massive challenge for the whole world and the whole community of Aotearoa. It was a very tough period for everyone, and I'm grateful that in my case I was supported by Giulia, and you will hear from her how the experience was for her, going back and forth with our thoughts to our family, finding them in such a tough time back to Italy, while for us was just the beginning of something new. And having the support of one another in this occasion supported us to strengthen our self-love and self-care so that we could give back to the community as well. So I hope you will enjoy this episode, which is one of the last, not only for this year, but also for this journey that trace back our experience in our early days of this Art Yoga project. So I hope you will enjoy, and buon ascolto.
Be willing to change, because life won't stay the same. The festival, we're feeling ourselves with lots of good and loving vibes. Our experiences as a presenter ended with the International Yoga Festival, and we were already planning and talking about the next year. However, something was about to happen. From the rest of the world, we were hearing news about this new virus, COVID-19, which was spreading fast, especially in our home country, Italy. There was a lot of fear around, and we felt so far away, but at the same time extremely close to our families and friends. It seems so unreal listening to our relatives experiencing the lockdown, being stuck in their apartments for weeks. Lifting their spirit was not easy, and I was starting to feel guilty for being so far away from them, here in New Zealand, where life hadn't changed much yet. Nevertheless, I was very grateful to have Dinny next to me, because we understood each other and worked together to not judge our decisions and feel remorseful. Slowly but surely, the situation got worse, and the government was talking about going into lockdown to prevent the virus from reaching and spreading in the island of the long white cloud, Aotearoa. During this period, I was also working as the volunteer coordinator in Kauai Purapura, and every day was a constant challenge to understand how to make this whole situation as smooth as possible for everyone in the community. Having this role made me realize how much fear can cloud the mind and not let us think clearly. Decisions were made too fast and without analyzing the whole situation, which then created even more tensions. It was very demanding to remain centered and calm while most of the volunteers were feeling lost, scared, and worried for themselves and their family. It was interesting to see how people were reacting and dealing with this sudden change in our life. It was the perfect example of one of the Yama principles of yoga, apariga, no attachment. Life can be unpredictable, and the key to keep ourselves balanced even under pressure is to learn to be flexible and open to changes. However, it is not something you put into practice from one day to another. if you haven't practiced this before. It takes time and perseverance to build this principle and let it be part of your life. From a personal experience, this whole year traveling has helped me to strengthen this ethical principle. As soon as I was feeling overwhelmed by this situation, I knew what I needed to do. Practicing mindful breathing and walking in nature allowed me and my mind to come up with the best solution for myself and others. My intuition was telling me to leave that position, while my ego was stubborn in telling me to stay and keep on trying to make a change. Heart and mind don't always go in the same direction, and it can be hard to understand which one is giving you a message. So I spent quiet time sitting under the beautiful gigantic tree in our community, called the Tree of Peace, asking Mother Nature to guide me, to show me how I could still support people while taking care of my mental and physical health at the same time. The decision was made. I had to quit, to step back from that role and take time for myself to recharge. And so I did. A big tension that I was holding in my Manipura chakra, my solar plexus, was now melting away, leaving me with a sensation of calm and joy. There was not even one judgmental thought towards myself for stepping away. Indeed, I felt I did exactly what I wanted to do. I was happy and proud of the decision I made. There was only one thing that was worrying me. One of the rules of the bubble, which was you could spend this period but not gathering with people outside your bubble. Dini was asked to move to a different kitchen than mine, which meant we couldn't see each other in the only communal space we had together. I started to feel lost. What about our 420 gathering, where we were coloring together and unwinding from the day we had? My mind didn't want to accept the fact I could not see her for more than 4 weeks, even if we were living in the same community. I was sad and angry, but I was not fighting those emotions. I knew that the only way to accept and release those feelings was to put them on a piece of paper, to give them a meaning instead of leaving them invisible and abstract in my mind. So the day before the lockdown started, I decided to do one of our art yoga sessions by myself. I made a drawing with intention to find a way to still support and see each other during this challenging period. Love and light, Rafiti.
Grazie per averci fatto compagnia. We hope you enjoyed your time with us. If you wish to stay updated and connected, visit us on our social media channels and our website www.artyoga.co. Ci sentiamo presto. Ciao!